All right, folks, we are getting started here. Oscar Dominguez versus Prathamesh Sawant. Looks like Oscar will be taking this lag pretty easily.
It was close. I'm actually happy for Prathamesh. He's a great guy, and a chance to play a player of Oscar's caliber. From firsthand experience, it's awesome to be able to do that.
Oscar is a number 34 ranked World Nineball Tour player. Currently resides in Sacramento, California, and is the owner of Hard Times Billiards.
He's a great guy, got a great wife, and 2 wonderful kids.
I believe it was a Chuck Markoulis
Yes.
memorial.
Yep.
I believe Chuck was the previous owner of Hard Times Billiards.
Yep, that's who Oscar bought it from. I actually played in that event. Daniel and I went down. Oh, and he scratches off the break. That's a nice way to get started for Proth.
Proth's Fargo is not listed on this tournament, but I believe he's a 602 to 608, somewhere in that area. I'm sure we could pull that up and get
Let me
the
look him up
exact
because
number.
I actually think he's higher than that. .609, you were right there on the money. I thought he shot higher than that because this guy can play exceptionally well. Snooker player background.
No trouble getting back for this 2.
Got a good angle to get back on the 3. It's like a drill, back and forth and back and forth. A little bit of elevated cueing over that 6 ball. Thank you for the correction, Brian Brown. Chuck Markoulis was the father. Oscar bought Hard Times from his son, Mike. And it is an amazing pool hall.
All right, so I think he wants to fall almost on the 7, but not quite, to have this 4 in the bottom right corner.
That or underneath it to play it into the side. So you can just float up for the 5 up in the corner. Kind of a whatever you feel comfortable with type of shot. Good speed.
I guess the question now is, do you think he powers around 3 rails to get back on the top side of the 5?
That's one way. I'd hit it with top left and try to go between the 9 and 6.
Oh, the miscue.
And
the 9.
Oh no, he flukes the 9 and scratched. That's harsh. I think you're right, though. He was trying to draw around that. He kind of jerked himself a little bit and stood up. I can tell you, though, Prathamesh is feeling some pressure right now.
Thank you for the knowledge drop, Brian Brown. Always love to see the pool history.
Yeah, I was aware that there were several locations they had at one point in time.
A little bit of rattle in that pocket, but still gets good position for the 7.
Yeah. Usually you give a player of this caliber ball in hand with an open table, they're probably going to get out. I mean, anything can happen. We've all rattled balls, but I know Oscar and Tyler are kind of fighting for a spot on the Moscone team, so they're both going to be in here focused and ready to go. Nice little touch shot there. And Oscar takes the first rack.
Quick shout out to our sponsors, Q-Tech Qs. Of course, Matchroom for assisting us in getting visibility and also providing the ranking event here at Ox Billiards in Seattle, Washington. Table Fitters Billiard Service provided all of the refelting of these Risson tables, with Andy Cloth also being the equipment sponsor of Ox Billiards. Sandro Menzel on site for photography, and of course Littman Lights with their shiny brilliance on all of these beautiful Risson tables. Got Oscar to break.
See if he does keeps the cue ball on the table this time. Gets to the 9, or the 1, excuse me. And looks like he's got to look at the 3 ball. The 2 went down on the break as well. 3 into the side, 4 in the corner. This could be a connect the dots rack here for Oscar. The hardest shot is the opening shot, the 3 into the side pocket.
Yeah, just hit this with good speed. You don't need to necessarily baby it, but you also don't want to really power it through, so just kind of roll up on it.
Yeah, because the 4 ball's pretty easy from just about anywhere below the side pocket, even if you had a sharp angle, which I don't think you can get. He's shooting out of the pocket, which makes things a little more interesting. Oh, he went for the bank. That.
Maybe he didn't feel as comfortable kind of floating that towards the side. You know, if he comes a little bit below it, then the 3 does kind of just sit in front of that pocket.
Or maybe there was a little tighter angle than what we could see here on the screen. You know, obviously we're not down on the table. I think he may have underhit this one a touch. He'd liked another foot.
Suspect he takes the reverse bank on here. Nope. Looks like he's going to go safe.
Try to get him down behind the 9 ball, or just separate him. Oscar's going to probably try to bury him behind the 5 ball.
On our other tables, we have Daniel Sardoncilio up 8-2 over Christian Youngers, Stan Tarango up 5-2 over Ryan Cardin, And then Rick Glenn and Todd Hargrove are tied 1-1. And yeah, it did look like he did try to get behind the 5, but it leaked out a bit.
Yeah, getting used to that table speed. I think Prathamesh goes for another safety here. Maybe a two-way shot. Go for the bank and leave it, but yep, he went for the save. I think he's going to thin the right edge of the 4 ball, come around 2 to 3 rails.
Let's try to park that 4 right on the other side of the 5 there. Yeah. It's going to be the thinnest of hits.
This is all cue ball right here. He might have been trying to cheese the 9 there on that shot. He's left an opening shot. It's not easy, but he can just float this one and he'll get shape on the 5. See if he's shaking the nerves off a little bit. Yeah, he hit that way stiff. Oscar wasting no time getting down on it.
I think he has enough angle to just go 1 rail here, back down.
Yeah, he'll check it off the short rail. And the higher level guys love these fast tables because they know they can get so much more action out of the cue ball without having to put a lot on it. I think he's got the angle to just use a little inside and come right back out to the middle of the table. I do not know what glove Oscar plays with. That quickly, it's 2-0.
These guys are very, very familiar with the break box at this point, so probably not going to see too many errors with the occasional scratch perhaps, but...
Yeah, you do tend to have more scratches with this break just because of the way you have to hit it. So even the best players in the world scratch on this break a lot more than they ever did.
Well, I don't think he could have gotten a better leave on that too.
Yeah, it definitely floated into a nice spot.
It looked like it was going to be sketchy, but...
I mean, it appears as if he's just going to thin it right into the side pocket and float over for the 3 in the corner. Can't tell if he can creep past that 9 enough or not, but I think he can.
Keith Cross asking, is there a bracket? Yes, so if you go to digitalpool.com and search WNT Seattle 9-Ball Open, you should be able to find that tournament bracket. We are currently still going through round 1 matches as we only have 8 tables at this venue and there are 64 players in this event.
Is it possible to get an update for Molina's match?
Yes, let me see. It doesn't look like Nick and Molina are actively keeping their own score, but could possibly send someone over to take a look.
Yeah, it's odd because we have the little scorekeepers. It's like a digital tablet, and the players have to push the button, and sometimes they just don't. Looks like Oscar's got another connect the docks rack here.
I think the other thing with scoring, too, is a lot of these players are getting it sent to their phone, and it's not, I don't know about you, but when I'm on a match, I don't really like to look at my phone at all. I like to throw it in the trash, you know? So, yeah, getting players used to that on the first day has been a bit touch or go, but I'm sure they'll figure it all out as we go along.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of being on my phone when I'm playing. Oscar's going to have to play a safety here. I think Prathamesh should be able to see the edge of this. I don't know that he's got enough to make it, but... Yeah, it's hard to say. He may not be able to get around the edge of that 9. I can't really tell.
I think he can get the 6 in, but the cue ball is going to go pretty wild.
Crazy how much distance he got out of that. That was a hell of a nice bank by Oscar there. Look at that cue ball control.
It's like this guy's a pro or something.
Yes, it's like this guy's played this game before or something, you know. Oh, look at that. Dead straight. Center of the table. And he goes up 3-0. Oscar coming back for the break. Coming up on table 4 will be Jeremy Long and Clay Belvior. Clay is a local guy here, and Jeremy Long actually beat Shane Van Boning in the Markulis this year. Played exceptionally well. I believe, if I remember right, that he wound up losing to Tyler in the finals. That's a nice break.
Yeah, the single file for the 2 and 6 going in that top left corner. I don't really see any problems here. Obviously, he's going to be going up and down table a couple times, but 3 to the 4 doesn't look difficult at all. So
yeah, as long as he gets a good angle on this 3, it shouldn't be a problem.
Christopher, well, I guess
I
don't really believe in the commentator curse, but that was a pretty interesting coincidence. Christopher, yes, so live score and brackets, yes. We are running this through Digital Pool. If you go to digitalpool.com, WNT Seattle Nineball Open, you can see the players there, and they should be updating their score. We have a lot of hands in the pot at the moment trying to get that updated, so appreciate your patience, and let's continue on this game here. Prathamesh unfortunately missed that, now giving Oscar another chance at the table.
Yeah, he hit that one a little bit stiff. I mean, he crushed that thing. Now, this is the shot here, because I think the 4 ball is on the other side of the side pocket. So, yeah, he's going to need to be past the third diamond, preferably. That'll work.
Yeah, it's perfect. Come off this close rail, roll back towards that second diamond on the other side of the table.
Yeah, he's going to put about a half a tip of left on this, just float right over. He's going to want an angle. Yeah. And this is player decision if he wants to go forward and come up 2 rails or go backwards and go 2 rails. It's whatever he feels comfortable doing. Yep, there it is.
There is a link to the bracket on the Aux YouTube page. Matchroom is actually just streaming from our Aux YouTube page, and unfortunately, a lot of the description information did not transfer over. So if you want to take a look at Aux, that information can be found there. You can also see if I can post it in the chat here.
And Oscar for the 4-0 lead, making quick work of this. Oscar back breaking. He's only had the one bad break. Ooh, avoided the side pocket there with the cue ball, but he got the one. He may have to play a safe off of this. I think he's going to send the 2-ball up table. Try to get behind that 8-ball. It leaked.
Took a little bit bigger of a bounce off that top rail than he intended, giving Proth an opportunity here.
And this is makeable, and it kind of provides natural shape for the 3-ball as long as he doesn't crush it. Although he's been sitting a while, Oscar's been running balls, so Proth's probably a little bit stiff right now, plus the nerves. Yeah. Looks like it's going to work out for him, though. Oscar's going to have to go between the 9-7 and go 2 rails into the back of the 2.
How is Raymond Linares doing? He actually just started his first match against Colin Sue, and they are playing on table 8, which is the back corner table. So unfortunately, we don't have visibility to that, but hopefully one of those 2 players will be updating. I'm sure Colin will, as he's part of the Evo Sports team and is very tech savvy, so might be able to catch updates on the digital pool bracket. Looks like Oscar's going to try to 2-rail kick this.
Yeah, he's going to want to get behind the 2. Got to put some speed on this one. He hit it good. Not a bad result from what he was working with. On our other tables, Stan Tarango is up 8-2 over Ryan Carden. Rick Glenn is up 3-1 over Todd Hargrove. And Jeremy Long and Clay are just getting rolling. They're still 0-0. Two-way shot there.
Most of these matches have been on time, but as typical tournaments go, some take longer. So once that happens, it becomes a ripple effect sort of throughout the tournament. But we are doing our best to get matches going.
I've never played in one ever that went on time. Tough shot there.
A little bit fortunate with the two rolling past that side pocket, but I think Proth is capable of cutting this down.
Yeah, you just roll this in and come across the table. Yes, he's hitting it really hard. That's a big sign of being nervous. He gets a fluke. That's nice. Maybe that'll settle him down a little bit.
Looks like he's going to go high left to stay on that right side of the table. No. Maybe he wanted it, but...
He let up on his stroke there a little bit.
He did, yeah.
Decelerated on his follow-through.
The other guy talking, my name is Zach Ross. I'm a local Seattle player here in the Pacific Northwest. Sort of tangentially acquainted with you, Triple G. I've seen your name around. Good to have you watching the stream here.
Probably saw it on the bathroom wall at a truck stop. It was very fun.
Yeah, it said 9 p.m. and you weren't there, so I had to go. So
I've had a lot of fun commentating with Triple G. Nice little punch stroke there by Oscar. Gonna hit this next one with a little low right and slide right down table. Yeah, overcooked that a touch. I think he's going to be okay, but it's not where he wanted to be.
yeah, a bit of a steep back cut here. I think if he just kind of stuns it out, he should have good position for the 6 in the same pocket.
Yeah, he can either stun it out or he can actually let it a little bit loose and try to go around the 8. But anytime you start doing that, you start worrying about those other pockets just swallowing up that white ball. Sven Folansky, who I know who that is.
Same here. And we both were asking, how come you're not at the tournament?
I think he was scared because he knew I was going to be here.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Boy, he hit that sweet. I think that 6 rolled a little further than he was hoping it would.
Yeah, I'm not sure he has the right angle for that now.
You just thin the left side of it and separate the cue ball and the 6 ball. Or go for the bank. Which, if you're Oscar Dominguez, you just go for the bank. What a shot.
Cue ball taking a couple extra rolls, but been seeing that for the most part of the day.
Yeah, like I said, these tables are tough to get the speed down. Brand new cloth doesn't help either. That's definitely makes it challenging.
Well, sorry to hear about that, Sven. Definitely look forward to seeing you again. Not sure if you remember me, but I'm Zach Ross, and I wrote that article for the 10 Ball Open. It was really nice having a chat with you over at Big Mario's. And definitely looking forward to visiting your pool hall up in Vancouver, BC again sometime, Sneaky Pete's. It's a really great spot.
I need to make a trip up there too and bang around some balls on that place that Sven has.
Back cut on the 3 here. Probably going to need to let the cue ball... Nope. That's great. I thought I was going to have to let it out for some reason, but no, that's great angle.
Yeah, he killed that pretty good coming off of the rail. A little bit of a stretch here. Probably going to go forward 3 rails.
This is one of those connect the dots racks again.
When you get this breakdown and it's working for you, even if you've got the breakdown, sometimes the balls don't cooperate. You get a lot of racks that are open like this, but sometimes there'll be stuff tied up. It's just how it's rolling some days.
If he can hold here, the 6 to the 7 shouldn't be too much trouble.
Oh, man, Sven, that sucks. Sorry you're going through whatever you're going through, but just try to come out the other side. Pool will always be here. But I'm still going to tell everybody you were afraid of me. That's why you didn't show up.
That's the new narrative.
Whoa, you don't see a pro do that very often.
Let's just go ahead and take a replay look at that, because he's aiming low for the draw, but
Was not expecting that. I never do that. Yeah.
Oh, me neither, yeah.
It's a funny story about Sven. The first time I met him was up in Bellingham at an event. And I didn't even know who he was because I was so new to pool. It was me and Daniel went up there and played, and this guy comes in and he's just running rack after rack. It was like, who is this guy? Fortunately, I didn't wind up having to play him in the event, but I was warming up with him and feeling really bad about my game.
All right, Proth with an opportunity here to get on the board.
Yeah, I don't think he's real happy with the shape that he got on the 8, but he can work it out. Just play it into the side pocket. This is a shot you just got to bear down and make. And he gets it. Glad to see Prathamesh get on the board. All right, folks, I am out of here. It's got my match to come up. I'm going to be bringing in Mike D for y'all's pleasure.
Thanks for joining us in the booth, Ed. And good luck on your match. All right, so you all stuck with me for the time being until we get Mike Deitchman in the booth along with me. Thank you all for joining. As always, it's a pleasure to have you here. Prathamesh gets to break for his first time. Unfortunately, nothing drops. Doesn't really look like he left a piece of the one. I think Oscar will have to come kick. All right, everybody, we are back in the booth. Again, my name is Zach Ross, and I am joined here by Big Mike D.
Mike D, yeah. What's up, Zach? How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great.
Good, good, good. It's nice to be joining you here. We got a big match here, don't we?
Yeah,
you drove. Going on?
You came up from Oregon?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, 3-hour drive, no big deal at all. That's why we refer to this area as the Pacific Northwest, because we're all kind of in it together, man.
Yeah, the biggest and best in the Northwest.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's a brutal scratch.
Yeah, Proth really hasn't had a chance to find a rhythm here yet in this match. Oscar has sort of been dominating it, minus that cue ball scoop that he had earlier.
Which Oscar is likely to do, too. Oscar plays great. What is Proth's Fargo? I don't see it on the screen.
It is 609.
609. Okay, so
Yeah.
This is tough action for Proth.
Definitely.
No hard feelings. It just is what it is, you know.
Yep.
And this is Oscar Dominguez. He's a champion. Max Adam, what's up, man? What's going on? Hi, Sophia Tran. How are you, honey? I hope things are good.
For the viewers on the World Nineball Tour site, Mike D is well known in the Pacific Northwest. He has been on the Northwest Cup team several times.
I helped come up with that whole thing, actually, yeah. Hi, Nicole. How are you? Nice to see you.
You also run Bad Boys Productions.
I am involved with Bad Boys
Okay.
Productions. That's Rick Jones, but yeah, I do a lot of commentating for them. Derby City, Texas, yeah.
Cool.
I do stuff. This is a little awkward for Oscar here. No extension. He's choosing to climb on the table. We'll see if he follows through with that. Yeah, he's going bridge. He almost doesn't need a bridge, but, you know, you're playing 9-foot pool in a big match. You know, you hate to be lazy about it. You're not in your basement right now, right?
You're not James DeVee's height either.
James is tall. If you haven't seen James in real life, yeah, he's tall.
I like this position, overran it a little bit, but at least he has a look on the 3.
Sophia Tran's at a bachelorette party. Sophia Tran, is that your bachelorette party? Okay, so, you know, the colors of the balls throw me off a little bit. Mm-hmm. So that he is on the 4 ball. If you're at home, you may be thinking he's...
No, he's on the 3.
He's on the 3, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Pink 4, purple 5.
Okay. It's the pink 4, purple 5 that throw me off.
Yeah.
When I'm playing in these matches, I have to tell myself...
Pink, purple.
I literally have to tell myself that when I get on the 3 ball.
You had a match earlier in the day. How did that go?
I got it 9-3.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I got it 9-3. Yeah, I played good. I had the Fargo advantage, and it kind of played out that way. So my next match, I play a 760-something player, guy from Bulgaria, I believe.
Oh, yes. You are playing Georgie Georgiev.
That sounds right.
Yep.
Yeah, so that probably won't go as well for me. But I'm here for experience. You know, when people come out to an event like this, you're coming for experience a lot of times. I think the field kind of speaks to that, too. There's 10 players that are amazing. and then 50 players that are here for experience.
Well, last time I saw you play was at the 8-Ball Open at Scratch Billiards, and you knocked out Daniel Sardoncilio.
Thank you.
So
I appreciate that.
Your mettle is tested.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
you are more than capable of making some of these bigger guys sweat.
Things could go my way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was a fun match. That was a fun tournament. I like Scratch Billiards. I see Moonlight Billiards is in the room. Hello, Moonlight Billiards. You guys do good stuff. All right. Prath has
two rails that come around the left side of the five.
Exactly. Yeah, he's sitting good for that. This could be the beginning of a run out. Now,
it's interesting because earlier he's kind of overhitting his shots, and now he's underhitting it.
I was just going to say, these tables can scare you a little bit. The rails are springy, the cloth is fast, so you can kind of go from underhitting to overhitting to underhitting to overhitting until you kind of get the feel of it. And I think that's what we just saw happen. But that's all right. He's okay. He's got a path to get onto the 6-ball. He could definitely run these out at a 600 Fargo. Zach, have you played in this yet? Have you had a match yet?
Oh, I am not playing this particular time, but...
Oh, you're not in the tournament. Okay, well...
No, yeah, I'm a 530 Fargo. Not that I don't think I'm capable of getting a couple racks here and there, but I still just want to practice a little bit more, and I know next year it'll be here.
And this was $250 entry fee for this.
If I had a spotter,
Yes, exactly.
Then
hey, Matt, I will see you in Lincoln City. I'm playing teams with my son. Good to see you on the stream, sir.
Definitely like to test myself against higher skilled players, but no, just thought I would hang out, be in the booth.
That's awesome.
Get to chat with you all, see some great action today and
very cool.
through the weekend.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I love this is Christian's setup where he's got the extra cameras. He's got a camera on every table, is my understanding. Is that right?
Pretty much, yeah. At least
half to have a tech guy on your team. Is what I see when I look at
half the room. Yeah, half the room is camera covered. You can check out the other streams on the Ox Billiards YouTube page if you aren't already. You can have both up simultaneously because we are not commentating on those other tables. So you won't get any audio interference or anything like that.
Yeah, but how nice. My son had asked me if I was going to be on the streaming table, and my immediate answer was no. There's pros in this tournament. I will not get on the streaming table. But then when I saw what Christian has set up here, it's possible to actually get on a streaming table for regular folk like me. So that's neat, man. I think that's wonderful. All right, back cutting this 8 in the side, trying to come around. This is tough action. Great shot.
Handled it well.
Coming up for nice shape. I don't know how he's done so far, but that was a hell of a shot right there. Well done. Yeah, Pratt should be proud of that. That's one to screen record on your phone and then put it on your Facebook and tell people you're a champion. Great shot, Pratt.
I beat Oscar Dominguez in one rack.
At least one rack. And here it is for proof.
Actually, it's 2 racks now. So.
Yeah, right, exactly. 5-2. Good job, Pratt. This is a winter break event.
Yeah, how are you adjusting to the break box?
Oh, God, I hesitate to answer that because, breaking on a 9-foot is always a little tough. The break box makes it much tougher. The 9 on the spot makes it much tougher. I guess my hesitation is I just go for it and hope for the best.
Sure, yeah.
I just want to mention sponsors are the WNT, which is Matchroom, I believe, Q-Tech. Yeah, Matchroom, Andy Billiard Cloth, which is playing great. Table Fitters, Sandro Menzel takes pictures all over the Pacific Northwest and has for years, does an amazing job. Lippman Lights, one of my personal sponsors, and a great guy, great Pacific Northwest company. Seattle Nineball Open, Ox Billiards, another one of my sponsors. Life is good. All right,
I heard you got an Ox Billiards sponsorship recently.
Yes. I think I'm going on my 2nd year right now.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
Okay.
They've been so good to me. Yeah. I'm always feel really lucky. All right, he's using draw on this 1 ball, which seems to get the 1 to go towards the side pocket, I believe. Yeah.
That's a phenomenal break. That's exactly what you want the cue ball to do. Just kind of smack off that long rail there and break back into the bow.
Back into the rack, exactly. Sometimes that can produce a 9-ball break. It also helps spread the rack. Yeah, that's a better break than I'm doing, Zach. You had asked me about my break. I'm hitting it hard and hoping for the best.
Write this down.
Right, exactly. I watched it on TV, and I'm like, well, I guess that's the way to break, but that doesn't really work for me.
Question
Yeah.
in the chat regarding Lucas Werner. He is actually playing his first match now on table 5 versus Shucheng Chao, which I believe you had the pleasure of playing on a chalk box.
I did, Zach. You're up on my world. Yes, I did, and he is the nicest guy ever. I also was lucky enough to play him before he got quite. He's better now than he was then, is what I'm saying. He was clearly on the come up. I also got ahead of him in that set, and that allowed me to win. Had we been closer by the end, he would have tore me up. I got lucky to win that, is what I'm getting at, Zach. And super nice guy. One of my favorite pool players in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, he's great. He's been playing out of Ox for pretty much since they opened. Pretty good friends with Christian, and I've had the pleasure of playing against him in a Masters division. Great guy all around.
Super nice guy. Yeah, he's somebody the sport should be proud to have. All right, so this is where we get on to the 4 is purple.
Yeah, the pink 4.
The
So I
pink
think
is
he's going
4,
to
okay.
run up on the
See.
6 here to kind of break that 5-6
Zach,
a little
that's
bit.
my age showing too. Great shot, and you called it exactly right, Zach. Yeah, well done.
you
Josh
think-
Anderson, how come Josh wants to know how come some players have their Fargo next to their name and some don't?
That's a good question.
Not to put you on the spot,
I
but
think it is sort of a tournament setup situation.
Okay.
Some of the players may have had their Fargo directly plugged into Digital Pool, and I think maybe some players haven't been in the database yet.
maybe it has to do with who has an account with Digital Pool
I think
too.
that also has something
Yes.
to do with it. Yeah.
Greg Triple G, you can definitely call me the plug if you want. Yeah, I know I got a fair amount of sponsors. It's because of my Facebook skill, not my an email writing skill. Less than it is about my pool skill.
I'm still working on my first sponsor, and it hopefully might be Taco Bell.
That's cool.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, the key is emails, man. Write a spiel and start sending emails to everyone you can find, man. You'll be surprised. And make some Facebook posts. That was a great shot by Prath. He's got an opportunity again to get 3 to 5. You're in it, man. Mm-hmm. And at his Fargo, that's great. Yes, Bonnie says she loves this room. Nicest tables and the owners are wonderful. Bonnie, that's a great point. This is the fanciest pool room I've ever been into in my life. Amazing location, great shot. And yeah, the owners are just wonderful people.
Overran it a bit here, but
Yeah.
I think
And it could be a little scratchy because of that, right? He's got to really make sure he avoids a scratch, doesn't bobble this 8-ball, and gets shape on the 9. There's a lot going on here, Zach, is what I'm getting at. But I like his odds. He's playing good. I'd love to see him get 3 on Oscar.
do you think you kind of stun on this one?
Yeah, I would like to see some stun and some left-hand English, which is what
Yep.
he's used to, just to make the cue ball go straight 90 degrees deflection-wise. Tangent line, I guess, technically. Yeah,
So
to
then
just
that
go
would-
down to the bottom left-hand rail and
Yep.
come back up in the same angle that the 8 and the 9 are sitting now, basically. Zach, you a Washington guy, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I live here in Seattle, over in the Fremont neighborhood.
Oh, very cool, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty hip.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm also.
Oh, no.
He missed. Oh, geez, another miscue.
Zach, if you can give me a minute, I'm going to go give him a hug. Ow, ouch. He's going to need to call his mom.
That was his
That's-
second
ouch.
miscue of this match too.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I hate to. It makes me wonder what kind of tip he has. When's the last time he scuffed that tip? Yeah, there's some things you got to do to avoid those. Oscar, well,
Oscar
good
quickly
out,
taking
Oscar. I don't know
advantage.
what to say. Yeah. I mean, oh, well, Prath, I'm sorry. I know you'll be watching this later, and that's unfortunate. 6-2, race to 9. Oscar's looking good. Yeah, that break box is interesting. So I like breaking off the rail. That's part of also why I hesitate to answer you, is because I have to go totally unconventional because I like to break off the rail. So
Yeah, Dan Louie was breaking off the rail, and Leo Ott was also breaking
okay.
off the rail.
Yeah,
so
that's where
you're
I
not
like to
alone.
break- yeah, that's where I like to break from. So
Well, another scratch from Oscar. He scratched on
Ouch.
his first break, I believe, rack 1. So Proth needs to shake off these miscues and get back in the match here.
yeah, if in a way he can feel good that that's what's holding him back a little bit, because he could be in this. It could be 3-5 right now, and against Oscar Dominguez, that's saying something. U.S. Open shirt, I like that. There's some cool jerseys here. I like it when the dress code is. I like this dress code. I'm really a fan of this dress code.
Yeah, me too.
Male or female, you're supposed to wear a collared shirt or a jersey. Jerseys are encouraged. Some sort of slacks, some sort of blackish shoes or tennis shoes that are in good condition, a belt. I think it's great.
Well, don't get people started on Shane Van Boning's white shoes with the black pants. Apparently, that's not a nice...
I do not like Shane Van Boning's shoes. And
See, you're one of them.
It does bother me. I was one of the guys on the Facebook live stream typing in, I don't care about anything else except his shoes are driving me crazy. That was me, so I'm sorry. Sorry if I ruined everyone's Moscone Cup viewing. Yeah, well, whatever. All right. Pratha, this rack is looking good for him.
Yeah, draw back a little bit here.
Yeah, right?
It's good position.
Yeah, now that's... Oh, gosh.
Oh, jeez. See, this table, I don't know if maybe you experienced this too, but just the cue ball is rolling an extra, 3 inches.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. But I would also say, part of pool is fade and things like that. A great shot, Prath. Great shot, went a little far. But yeah, that's any pool player knows. You walk into a pool hall in the middle of the city, you better figure it out. If it's a valley with thick cloth, or if it's when diamonds first came out, we felt like they were ice rinks, man. It's just part of playing pool, man. Is you gotta fade it. It has been hard to get practice time here because there's 64 players, so that is the one caveat I would say, is that to give players a break. It's been hard to get on a table and practice. I wasn't able to practice at all on these tables before today, but I've been playing since I was 15. I'm 52 now. You fade it, you figure it out. You hit them less hard or a little harder, depending on what you notice.
Yeah,
play more safeties for the first 3 racks. You know what I mean? That's another strategy I have, is don't try the hero shot for the first few racks, man, until you get it figured out.
Yeah, micro calibrations, but you've been playing so long, you fall into that routine and that feel pretty quickly.
You got to figure it out. Yeah, whether it's a bowling alley or a pool hall, that's your responsibility.
That was an excellent recovery shot by Proth.
Definitely, and he's got nice shape now too.
Ed Buds. Shane's going to come with some nice shoes this Moscone. If he wears Crocs, that'll be awesome.
I think if you're Shane Van Boning, you can do whatever you want.
Right.
I will say that. Oh, that's a great shot. Good speed, too. Well done. I hate to rub it in, but, getting out right now, it could be 4 to 5.
Yeah.
Had he not miscued. Proth, I'm sorry. I know you're watching this later and you don't want to hear that. But good for him. Seriously, that's a compliment to him.
Yeah, just stay mentally focused. Forget about
Great
those mistakes.
shot, yes.
Stay in stroke.
Yeah, seriously, without that miscue, he's coming up on 4 to 5. Yeah, and right now it's going to be 3-6. He's in it. Yeah, he should be proud of his performance. It's also hard not to fall apart playing a pro on a live stream
Oh, yeah.
table when you're a 600 Fargo.
Yeah.
Or any Fargo. But yeah, the live stream is a certain kind of action, if nothing else.
I think the highest rated player I played in an Open was a 10-ball Open last year here at Ox, and my first match was on the TV table, but they didn't quite start streaming yet, but it was against Mark Goodwin.
Okay.
You're familiar with him?
Yes, I am.
He's a 680 rated player.
Yeah.
And I barely lost. I actually lost 7-4, so put a little pressure on him.
No, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nicole thinks a Croc sponsor would slap, to be honest. I'll buy that. We play a tournament at the Oregon State Prison once a year, and Nicole went with me. I organized that, and Nicole went and played this last time. And I think that's her second time of playing. That's always a kick. So whenever I see Nicole these time of year, I get to say the last time I saw you was in prison. This is always amusing.
Arissa says, just fishing gibbets for SVB. Yes, he is an avid fisher.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah. When he's not on the pool table, he's out on the water.
There's a few players like that. Scott Frost loves to fish. Oh God, there's an old the banking legend that is friends with Scott likes to fish too. Anyway. Oh, good break, boy. That 9's going in the side consistently.
He has this breakdown.
That's pretty awesome. Seriously, I was hearing Tyler was at 100% break or something like that, close to basically making the one ball every time is what I'm saying.
Yes,
That's
Tyler
amazing.
was super dialed in. His opponent, we learned, has only been playing for 6 months. He joined this tournament just wanting to have fun or experience something new.
Okay.
And he was very energetic about playing. Yeah. He's like, I moved into an apartment that had a pool table. He was using a house cue against Tyler.
What was the score? I got to ask that.
It was a donut. It was a shutout, 9-0. But Ziad, I think he was at the table 4 times in that match.
Speaking of Tyler's break, I just got to mention that when you see Tyler rolling around here in Seattle, he's with Johan, who was the coach of the Mosconi, both teams, both Europe and America, I believe, at different times. So no wonder he's got the break figured out. He's got a good coach.
Yep. They were running a small clinic here yesterday with some of the other players.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I would love to do those clinics. Sometimes the price is a little prohibitive, but definitely well worth it. All right, so he's tree-topped here. Proth is. That's too bad because this is another nice little layout.
I don't think you have to do too much here, actually. Just make sure your stroke is straight. Yep.
Wow.
Great position.
Hey, man, that was a great shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prath, good job, man. Prath from Washington, I'm going to assume?
Not originally, but definitely lives in this area.
Yeah, sure.
Currently,
sure.
yeah.
All right, well, it would be neat to see him. Triple G, Prath is getting comfortable. I completely agree. And I would say Prath is a dangerous fella because him getting comfortable, he's shooting pretty good, man. Honestly, that 6-ball he made tree-topped, I was impressed with. Grant says the clinic was fantastic. Well worth the money. But practicing what we were given before going back to league and tournament is a must. Yeah, that's true, just like anything else. Oh, this guy's also a snooker player. Prath, Greg Triple G's telling me that this guy's also a snooker player.
Correct, yep. He is a member and staple here at Ox.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Greg's saying this is his home room too, so. All right, this is big right here. He's still in this match. I cannot say that enough. No matter what the Fargos are, right now it's just 2 guys on a table. And yeah, these are big 2 balls right here.
My only worry is that he powers this draw a little too hard and that pocket rattles, but it actually looks like he might be trying to go forward.
Yeah, you almost want to see a stop shot, don't you, Zach? Because to avoid
the power,
something like that, right?
Yeah.
You're almost better with a stop shot and then just take the 9-ball shot that you have.
Yeah. Yeah, as I'm progressing with my own skill, I'm definitely weighing the risk-reward factor of some of these shots.
Right.
And I don't mind taking a longer shot now. It's the more you get used to it, the more you can just say, I'm taking this long shot. I'm not going to try to power through.
Right. Well, you and I are very good when we're sitting back here in the booth.
Oh, of course,
There's always that, too.
Yeah, Ed and I were saying that we're 100% back here.
I make great decisions when I'm sitting here in a chair with headphones on. Yeah, as I go out there and try and shoot a power draw shot that makes no sense.
As I break and the cue slides through my hand and I throw the cue across the room. Yeah,
exactly. Okay, so Oscar coming around. 1, 2, 3 rails for shape on that 9-ball. Secret waving to us. Did you know that Secret cannot have her name on Facebook be Secret because Facebook thinks she's scamming them? So
interesting.
So on Facebook, she's got to be Sec.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good shooting. That's
and then they're like
SEC,
Securities Exchange
right,
Commission,
exactly.
Another scam.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, good for them. All right, 7-3.
And of course, the best lights in the business, Littman lights.
Yes, a Pacific Northwest company. Yeah, and Sandro's been taking pictures in the Pacific Northwest for, I don't even know, I want to say 20 years, but that might be an exaggeration. He's a staple of this community. He takes great pictures. Oh, that was a good break, but the one got away from him a little bit. But what did he make? 3, 6?
Made the 2.
Oh, he made, okay.
2 and the 5,
okay.
yeah.
It's a good break, man.
Looks like that one might be frozen.
Yeah, and tough. Now, I don't think he's going to play a push-out, but I also don't know what he is going to do because that one is frozen on the rail. There's not a lot of great options. in my mind, if I'm playing this, one of my thoughts is, hey, the 3 is ugly, so who cares? You know what I mean? Leave him straight in on the 1. What's he going to do with the 3?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd almost like to blow this safety so he can move the 3 for me, especially with the Fargo disparity. I know personally I sometimes tend to let lower Fargo-rated players get themselves into trouble. I don't know if there's a nice way to say that, but it is what it is. Long bank the 1. Sven. Thank you, Sven. Yeah, that's possible. I played Proth in APA Masters just a month ago, Brian Lavelle says. We shall see what he does. Oh, under him. I got it. Thank you, Sven. Oh my gosh.
Well, that 3 is no longer a problem, and neither is the 6.
Exactly. That shot was neato.
That was phenomenal.
That was a neato shot right there, man.
Let's take a replay
Travis,
look at
what's
that.
up, man? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I did get my first win. Thank you, Travis. Appreciate
Look
the
at that
support.
replay.
Oh, that was a great shot, man.
Everything that could have happened went well for him there.
So many cool things happened. Ox Billiards. That's what I'm going to say every time we get that logo on there. And I'm going to say it in my cool voice. Ox Billiards. Sunday. All right, drawing this back. This is a big shot right here. Oh, listen.
See, that was
strong,
pure.
dude. That was strong.
Absolutely pure draw.
Yep. Now that is a 780 Fargo player that you just saw do that, and that's why it looked like that. Matchroom chat, you're very quiet. Are you still there? Hello?
All 928 of you.
Hello? That's amazing.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, Greg says this dude plays like a pro now. He said that before he shot the 3-ball. Fortuitous. That worked out for him, I would
He
say.
had a lot of inside on that because obviously he wanted to get back for the 4 here,
Right,
but I think
right,
it just maybe just squirted a little bit.
Yeah. It definitely did not go. Jinxed him, Triple G. Yes, Vince jinxed him. Jagger wants to know what Prass Fargo is. I think we decided it was around 601.
609.
So
Yep.
he is impressive. Jagger, I completely agree. Seriously. Yeah, and he's had some opportunities to make this even closer than it is. Not to rub it in, but yeah, he's a great player. Ouch. That's a tough miss because that was putting him in a position to get another game. Oh, Triple G, you're all powerful. All right, here's kind of a tester shot, but I would expect a player of Oscar's status, Fargo, skill level, to be okay here. This is kind of a drill situation almost. This almost looks like a drill.
Give you a quick update on these other tables. Looks like
Definitely.
Rick Glenn is up over Todd Hargrove 6-3. Jeremy Long is currently up over Clay Belvoir 4-2. And Lucas Fracasso Werner is about to break off rack 3, being 2-0 above Shuchang Chow.
Okay. Oscar, I think, needed to pop that 3-ball a little bit more to pull the cue ball back a little bit. Instead, it kind of went across the table, touched the 9 just enough to get dead hooked. It looks like he's jumping, but boy, this is a tough position to jump from. I'm not saying Oscar's short, but I will say it's a hell of a lot easier for a guy that's tall.
Also keeping the cue on the table here. You have to kind of jump with a little bit of draw on this, maybe?
Yeah, and he's got a dart, which I hate that style of jump, and I bet you Oscar hates it too.
I haven't figured out the dart.
Yeah.
I had someone try to show me, and it just, I don't know.
I'm just not a fan, but sometimes it's what you have to do. And I know there's players that love the dart. No offense to anybody, I'm really good at it.
Yeah, personal
So,
preference.
Yeah, so Oscar's definitely trying to avoid doing it dart style. I personally, and I know some guys have a bridge that you can jump off of. Apparently Oscar doesn't want to use it right now. Yeah, a tall bridge. Some of them are set up really nicely for using to jump. And I'm not saying I would do that now either. It's dangerous.
Whoa, okay.
Wow.
What a shot.
That was strong. Well done. Do we got a replay on that? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Let's take a look at this replay.
Wow. For such an awkward position, that was amazing. That's a hell of a shot. All right, now he's got some decisions to do.
I think
Yeah.
he kicks up. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, kick the 7 to this sort of
For a
rail here
safety
and,
kick.
and bring the 7 up to the top
think
short
you're
rail.
right. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sophia Tran says jump bridges are sweet and no love after. No, he did not get any love after. He says Sven thinks he was trying to bump the 9. He definitely could have been Sven. He wasn't trying to do what he did do. I can tell you that much. Great. That was basically what you were talking about, Zach.
Yeah, just needed to get that ball
kick
some
safe.
separation.
Yeah. Listen, I don't want to shoot the shot.
I think the cue ball may have overran where he was wanting it to go, but,
Yeah.
at least make Proth work for it here.
Definitely. Would you cut this or bank this?
I think I would be. My cuts recently have been pretty solid, and I'm like finding that line.
That's a good-
So I think
yeah.
I think I would prefer the cut only because it's on the other half of that
It's a great
50-yard
answer,
line.
too, as far as what you're feeling confident about with right now, because it's a cut or a bank, I believe. So,
Yeah.
going with what seems to be working out lately is a good strategy, Zach. I like that.
I'm not sure he needed to put top left on that cue. I think if he just would have hit it straight middle, it would have been okay. But he actually got a pretty fortunate leave here.
He sure did, didn't he? James wants to know if this is live right now. Yes, James, it is live right now, unless we do a replay.
Yep, we are live here in Seattle, Washington.
Right.
Current time is 3:40.
Alex says he's from France and they don't have Fargo there, and how is Fargo rate determined? Boy, Fargo is like a spider web. Everyone is interconnected. It's the same way that they do chess ratings, and the more data, the more accurate it is. Other than that, you'd have to Google Fargo. Those are the very broad strokes.
Yeah, and I think the nice thing about Fargo rating too, it is just, did you win the rack? There's not, with APA they have, did you play a defensive shot? How many innings did it go? And so it gets a little convoluted, but with BCA Fargo ratings, it is just a true, did you win, did you lose? What was your opponent's rating? And then that's sort of how they determine where your standing is.
Here's what I can guarantee you, that all the way up into teams, when you have Fargos, if you match the Fargos, the Hill matches have gone up exponentially since we started using Fargo. Sponsors, World Nineball Tour, which is a matchroom event. Q-Tech just came out with the Synergy, the X Synergy. Q seems very popular.
Yeah, they had some some astronauts on their
I don't
advertisement
even know,
I saw
they're
recently.
doing something big. Table Fitters, Lippmann Lights, Sandro Menzel, and Ox Beers are hosts. Sorry, I'm a big sponsor.
Oh,
guy,
no,
so
you're
when I
good,
see
yeah.
that, I'm trained like Pavlov.
I was just gonna say,
everything we're doing,
it's a
man.
Pavlovian response
It
for
really
you now,
is,
right?
man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, and I'm lucky enough to do lots of commentary for Bad Boys Derby too, and yeah, that's just something you get used to. It's like, all right, sponsor time. They make it happen, man. Seriously, I'm not a big fan of pay-per-view. I'm a big fan of getting sponsors, and that's how you get your money. So to make that work, you have to push sponsors. Otherwise we're stuck with a pay-per-view model, which again I'm just not a fan of.
Yeah. This rack is looking pretty good for Oscar. I don't see any issues here.
I agree. This could be a break and run.
Yeah, the 6 to 7, as long as he gets good on that 6, he can go 1 or 2 rails up to the 7.
And the 8 is nice. The 9 is actually not in the way, even though it might look like it, because you want to get an angle on the 8 ball. No, I agree completely, Zach. He's looking good, man. This is the game run out too, I guess we should mention.
Yeah.
He's on the hill. Oh, he underhooded a little bit. He's okay. Boy, it does roll. It does roll a little longer than you expect, huh? Shadow Nels? I don't know. He says, wow, great break. Oscar Dominguez table looks great. Yeah, I completely agree. James says Dominguez is no joke. That is for real. Yeah, he should be out from here. Yeah, everybody's pretty confident. Oscar's got fans is what I really just said, I guess.
I like this unless he comes up straight, which, yikes.
Yeah, he's a little under the 7, I believe, but you're right. He's ending up, oh man, I may have spoke too soon. He may be a tiny bit underneath the 7. Yeah, we'll see how this works out.
I think he'll be able to get over, but he's going to put a little work into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good spin.
Oh, and he trusted the table, man.
Yep.
That's what that shot was right there. That was a guy who's trusting the rails and the cloth on this table, knowing it's going to get it the speed that he needs. Yeah, that was a great shot, man. I think, yeah. You know, I would have bet you $12 he underhit that until the last half of that shot. You know what I mean? Great shot, Oscar. Oscar's playing great, man. Yeah, he's got a chance to take this 9-3. Prath, again, I know you're watching this later, and I just want to say you had a great match, man. This score did not have to be what it was. Yeah, keep shooting, man.
Yeah, he'll definitely be bouncing back on the B side. Oscar moves on here. He doesn't have an opponent yet because he will be playing the winner of the Rick Glenn Todd Hargrove match, and that will be at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time tonight. But for now, we are going to take a break. Thank you so much, Mike, for joining me in the booth.
Definitely, Zach. I
This has been
enjoyed it.
awesome.
You laughed at my jokes, so I like it.
All right, everyone, we're going to go on a temporary break, and we'll be back in a moment with the next match. Thank you so much.
So thanks, guys.